I'm sitting in my office praying that the internet will be good enough to last the next 10 or so minutes while I give you the 2020 Captain's Report. Yes, I only intend talking for around 10 minutes, but since I doubt that you'll want to listen for any longer, I'm aware that in many households, the early starters and the masters will be competing for your attention. At the beginning of this year, I thought that Zoom was a great song released by Fat Larry's band in 1982. For the younger of you, check it out on YouTube. Anyway, Zoom has now entered our households with a bang and has been one of the major winners of 2020. When Sally Ray, Simon Wright, 5 other captains and I drove off on a balmy January Saturday, little did we know what 2020 was going to bring. I specifically mentioned Sally and Simon because of the captains, they have decided not to continue for 2021. Simon felt that he could do more for the club, the old course, and the membership by concentrating his future as a director, and I have no doubt that he'll make a great contribution to the board. Before I go on to highlight the golfing calendar, and yes, thankfully there has been some great golf played, I feel that it would only be right to remember what this year has been all about. I doubt that any of us has not been touched by the impact that the COVID virus has had on our family or friends. I know I have. Surprisingly, as a golf club, we've not lost as many members as we do in a normal year, or an average year, certainly. The flag's not been flying at half-mast for obvious reasons, but the club has been notified of just 3 members who have died. I would like us all to take a moment to consider them and others who have not been as fortunate as us and have struggled this year for whatever reason. The many members who I've spoken to since we came back from lockdown have rejoiced at how golf and the Minchinhampton golf community has been such a positive for their mental as well as their physical health. And yes, we're back in lockdown for another couple of weeks, but hopefully it won't be too long before we're back on the course again. I cannot thank you enough for the goodwill that you have shown to me in my role as captain. Obviously, it's not turned out as any one of us had expected, but I've been overwhelmed by the kind words from people, many people that I know, and also from those who I hardly know. Thank you so much. It's been a tradition that the club captain reads out the reports on behalf of the various sections and also the old course as they are integrated more into the heartbeat of the club. I'm breaking the tradition, and I just want to pick on some of the highlights of what has been a very busy few months. Starting with the juniors, I would like to thank Eve Clements for the commitment and diligence she has shown, ensuring that our juniors develop and enjoy the game of golf in a safe and friendly environment. The friendships and skills that they learn in these formative years will stay with them for the rest of their lives. Success is measured in so many different ways. The beginners, and we have a good number who have achieved their first handicap this year, but we also have some very, very good juniors who are representing the county and succeeding in the club, starting with Daniel Berry, who won the Floodlit Putting Championship back in January before we even knew the word COVID. I'll come back to some of their other achievements in a moment. To the other end of the age spectrum, one of the key features of seniors golf is their club matches. In a normal year, they will have a match nearly every week, sometimes twice. But unfortunately, the social aspect of golf has been a hit in 2020 for seniors in particular. However, the positives are that with the reduction in the age to 55, they've attracted more participants. And perhaps more important, that not one of the seniors has succumbed to the virus. Captain Roger Turley and his section look forward to 2021 and the hope, as we all have, that the recent positive news on vaccines can lead to more normality. Sally Ray has packed an amazing amount into her truncated year as ladies captain, with them managing to run all but 2 of their annual competitions, attracting excellent entries with handicaps from scratch to 54 taking part. On the slide, you will see some of their highlights, and I would like to pull out just one. No, not the one you might be expecting, but the champion and champion over 9 holes, Anne Chappell, the winner at the grand age of 92. Well done, Anne. You're an inspiration to us all. A few weeks ago, the club and Our Lady successfully hosted the Brenda King Seniors Ladies Foursomes. This is a 2-day competition drawing competitors from all over the country. More locally, the Ladies Open Pro-Am was also a great success. Both competitions involved many players being able to visit our club and enjoy our wonderful courses. Sally's Captain's Day was held on one of the many sunny days we had before the wet autumn set in, and was great fun. She set some very unusual challenges, which involved both mental and physical work. Sally's done a great job, and I hope that she and Bill are able to get in the travels that they've got planned for 2021. Talking about the sun shining on a Captain's Day, in late September, I was lucky enough to play with nearly 100 others in the Old Course Captain's Day. Another glorious sunny day with the Old Course in magnificent condition. Simon raised over £1,200 for the Sunflower Suicide Support Trust. With the mental health challenges faced by so many today, what a timely and local charity. Since lockdown, the rough on the Old Course has not been nearly as brutal as it often is, and the scores have reflected this. But the challenge remains, and I encourage everyone to take advantage of the greater availability of tee time in playing the Old Course. On August Bank Holiday Monday, we had the annual club match between the old and new courses, normally held over 2 legs, one on Easter Monday and the other on August Bank Holiday. This year, we played 36 holes in one day with nearly 50 members of both courses. There was some great scoring and even greater banter. And for the Old Course, congratulations on retaining the cup. We look forward to the 2021 challenge and getting our hands back on the trophy. Well done. Some of the men's competitions are still running, but many have already been completed, and a summary of the winners is given here. The highlight, of course, is the Club Championship. And this year we had a grandstand finish. And what a performance from the juniors. Well done to Dylan Duffy, who won the Net Championship by some distance. However, the gross competition was a nail-biter. Mid-afternoon, Ali Kernoff, junior captain, came in with an outstanding score of 67, and everyone waited for Nick Stratford, the leader after Saturday, to complete his round. There was a large group around the 18th, socially distanced, of course, to wait while Nick added up his score to find that he was level with Ali after the 2 rounds. In fading sunlight, they went down the evening first hole, and initially it looked like Nick was in the better position, but Ali showed maturity far beyond his years in scrambling hard to take them on to the second. They both hit good tee shots to the back of the green, but Ali, putting first, holed his longer putt to put the pressure on Nick, who missed his. Classic match play situation. What a fantastic achievement, and well done, Ali. Commiserations to Nick, who, unlike any professional who can go out the next and try to win again the next week, he's got to wait until 2021. We have a large number of low handicap players who compete on a regular basis in all of the competitions, and it just shows how competitive it's been this year that no one name has been prominent. I now want to make my first award to the unsung hero of the club. Before identifying my choice, I'd like to mention Simon Pope, our general manager. I'm not going to even start to list the contribution he's made in this most challenging year. Simon, I'm not sure where we would be without your calm hand on the tiller. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be nearly in such a good place. Thank you to you and your team for the outstanding work you've done. In deciding this award, I have discounted all of the employees and directors. So my unsung hero goes to Adrian Lee. Many of you may not know him, but he's the club's guru on rules as an official R&A referee. And those who are there know that those skills were brought into play in the club championship playoff, as well as running the 2 days with Tom Sheffield, ensuring that it was all done COVID safe. He's also chairman of Competitions Committee and organiser of the Winter League. He probably puts in as much unpaid time for the club's smooth running as the directors. Thank you, Adrian. I talked earlier about our mental and physical health, but I would like to turn my attention to the health of the club. On March the 24th, the day after Boris announced we were going into lockdown, the board met on Zoom and made some key decisions, setting up a subgroup of Stuart Berno, Chris Fisher, then Treasurer, Jan Lloyd, John Fisher, and of course, Simon Pope. They met on Zoom virtually every day for the next 8 weeks as the situation unfolded. But I would like to highlight just a few of their achievements. The first and probably key one was not to furlough the greenkeeping staff and to immediately embark on a programme of maintenance so that the courses would be in the best condition when we got back to playing golf. We were not disappointed. Where other clubs furloughed part of their staff and reduced maintenance, we increased it. I would like to thank, on behalf of all of the members, Adam Matthews and his team, who've done an incredible job across all 3 courses this year. I also want to give a big mention to Chris Steele and his team in the professional shop, who, don't forget, acted as starters when we first got back to playing golf. They are the first smiling face that almost all of our visitors see when they arrive at the club. And of course, they provide what we need to improve our own golf. Under the stewardship of Chris Fisher, and of course the board and management of the club over the last 5 years, we went into this crisis in far better financial shape than many other clubs. In my limited golfing travels this summer and autumn, I know there are a number of highly prestigious clubs relying on significant green fees who had to go back to their members for financial support. Their annual subs are at least twice ours, and their golfing experience is nothing like we have. The wet autumn has highlighted how well our courses drain. We take it for granted, but we shouldn't. Incoming club treasurer Bob Kendrick has just given an update, but we must be thankful for the careful husbandry which has meant that we are in quite loose shape. I'm cautious about saying that we're in good shape because 2021 is maybe going to be more of a challenge. As our chairman Stuart Berno has highlighted, and as we all know, many more rounds of golf have been played this year. Revenue from society golf has been next to zero, and membership is at an all-time high. If the revenue from societies and other external sources is drastically reduced, the board and we, the membership, will be faced with a difficult balance between increasing fees or reduced costs with a potential impact on course conditions and the clubhouse. As in every year, our board are faced with difficult balances. But this year they came one after another. And I know that not all of the decisions made have met with universal approval. To bastardize Abraham Lincoln's famous phrase, you can please some of the people all of the time. All of the people some of the time, but never all of the people all of the time. Our board and management would be the first to admit that they've not got every single decision of communication right, what business ever does. But every day, unpaid, and with only the interest of all of the membership at the forefront of their minds, they're making these difficult balances, whether it be how early to open the clubhouse after lockdown, the balance between social and competitive golf, the integration of our 3 courses to provide a strong financial base for the old course with more golfing capacity for all our membership, how to balance the books. If you think they might have got it wrong, please by all means make comments and suggestions. But also remember that for every group who might have a view about an issue, the board and committee are making these difficult balances on behalf of the whole club membership. One of the difficulties of Zoom meetings is that it does not give the opportunity for general discussion, which we could have if we were having this meeting in the clubhouse. And this clearly makes communication more difficult. Let's hope we can get back to more normal times in 2021. In talking about the clubhouse, I'd like to say thank you to Sarah and her team, who have managed the new arrangements in the clubhouse, again getting difficult balances right. While there are some of us who might like to have more flexibility, a number of members have said to me that the only hospitality place they have been to since lockdown ended has been our own clubhouse because they felt totally safe there. Taking care and staying safe in these crazy times has got to be the key message. So as I near the end of my report, I'd like to, on behalf of all the members, say a very big thank you to the board for your hard, unstinting work on our behalf addressing these difficult balances. And looking forward, appreciate the work that you'll be doing in 2021 to keep us at one of the leading clubs, as one of the leading golf clubs in England. So I want to end by returning to golf, and I want to make a captain's award for the player golfer of the year. In any normal circumstances, 17-year-old Ali Kernot winning the club championship would be an absolute shoo-in. But I feel the prize must go to Jane Reeves. Last year, she won the Welsh Seniors Open, and then in September this year, she went to Silver Heath and won the English Senior Women's. Over 54 holes, she won by 6 shots, with 3 rounds of 71, 69, and 68 to be 2 under. What an outstanding achievement, Jane, and good luck in defending your title in 2021. So I would like to bring my report to a close by saying that I hope to see you on the golf course before too long. Take care and stay safe.